chance. Too many years that I won't get back. And I swear I done shed too many tears for niggas that I won't get back. Yeah, I got niggas in the graveyard, niggas in the state yards. I swear not a day goes by that I don't think about the times. I wish that I could rewind, 'cause I done gave a chance too many years that I won't get back. And I swear I done shed so many tears for niggas that I won't get back. Yeah, I got niggas in the graveyard, niggas in the state yard. I swear not a day goes by that I don't think about the times. I wish that I can rewind.
I miss that mark. I miss that mark every week. Yeah. Little Cuda gave my dog. Wild Bill and Roarball.
Let's get it.
Filling in for Just. Jim's still here at Wildfire Studios for Angry Algorithms podcast. Whatever numerical episode this is.
Right.
And seamless.
Forget.
Seamless. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. It does. I don't even know. Welcome back, dude. Our first Nastronaut. Rory's back from fucking. We have never had anyone that's worked for NASA on the show. He's back from California, fresh off of painting the images for the James Webb Telescope. Well, so tell us, what was that like?
You guys.
Yeah, there it is. That one. So I prefaced this to him. I'm like, so I had to pick him up early because, as Jim clarified for me, and I know this, we're in studio. I was super early. I texted at probably 7:30 or 8 and was like, we're good for tonight. This and that, blah, blah, blah. And Jim's like, we're in studio. I said, even better, because I had to be at a game at 8. And then it's like 3 o'clock. I text Jim. I'm like, what app do you need, like, for Rory, like, to zoom in or Zoom, Skype, or we send an email?
What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
And he's like, dude, we're in studio. There is, and I'm like, fuck. Because, dude, I'm working all the way out in bumblefuck, like Browns Mills. All right?
Okay.
So, first of all, let's get into that real quick. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Browns Mills. So, Browns Mills, for anyone that doesn't know, outside of New Jersey, is in the middle of the state, up near one of the, what is that, Fort Dix, the Air Force Base?
Okay, yeah.
Fort Dix and McGuire, or
near
whatever.
Trenton?
More inland, like more Pine Barren.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. So basically, this was like all base housing, like a lot of it around there, and little bungalows, like one, maybe 2 bedroom, and I ain't talking a real house bedroom. I'm talking like probably a little bit bigger than a jail cell. Okay, and so what happened is it's like a transient town. A lot of these people ended up staying.
Yeah. And
now it's like it looks like one of those Midwest towns, like the land that time forgot. You know what I mean? Like West Virginia.
Hills have eyes.
Yes, Ohio.
Ohio.
So yeah, they're everyone told me, they're like, dude, it's fucking scary out there. And what I mean scary is like poor white. And
that's fucking scary.
Exactly. And Eric, here's a shout out, first 10 minutes. Links in the bio. Rory's brother was like, so like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What's it like? And I'm like, it's like poor white. And he's like, oh, dude, that's fucking scary. He's like, so when I've pulled up the first day, I'm waiting for the crew or whatever, and I'm just sitting in the house, like sitting out front of the house. First of all, I had the fucking wrong house. I'm like 4 down. And the fucking house I'm in front of is abandoned. And I'm like, why are we doing work here? Dude, that doesn't look like anybody lives here. Well, we're not. So I'm just looking and I'm like, fuck, dude. And that's when the point that Eric made, is that scarier to me? Yeah, I would probably take my chances in Kensington or like old school in North Camden or something like that than fucking out there. So I said that to say this. I'm all the way the fuck out there. That's when I text you at 3 o'clock, and you're like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, "Fuck!" Now I gotta go fucking all the way home, and then fucking
Come
quick
scoop
eat,
me.
and then scoop you, and then go to the game, and then come here. But it's not an issue because I'm manic as fuck, boy. So
We were early. Too.
yeah, we're real early, like 45 minutes
Here
early.
early?
No,
Oh, to the game?
Yeah.
To the game.
Yeah, no, we were parked on the other side. I saw you. I was, yeah, to the game. I didn't know what traffic was going to be like, too. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Not like you've been driving it.
it wasn't. Right. Yeah, it must. The only traffic was going up 5th Street, and I told you that. Like, I was like, it's not the 5th Street of
Took
old.
you back.
Every time, yeah. And then when you hit them, they put those speed cushions.
Cushion.
That's what the sign says.
Stop.
The fucking speed cushions going up 5th. People, dude, you used to fly up 5th Street, bro. Like, no, I was also going to cop drugs. You know what I mean? So different vibe. Now we're going to pick up you to fulfill second mic obligation for a business venture that I have. That's no, but yeah. So a little bit different. And so you're back.
Yeah.
So you're back
For a little.
for the time being.
Yes.
And you're here, and everyone was like, "Guys, what are you gonna do? What's wrong?" I mean, I said, "Well, I know what he's doing on Tuesdays."
Right here, Pod Squad.
Pod Squad. Yeah. So you're back. So last time we touched on, obviously, you're an artist and fucking painter and all that stuff, but I don't know that we got into one aspect that maybe we could get into a little bit more. This will be for the character development. Yours.
That's what we're doing here.
No. Art therapy.
Oh, yes.
So a friend of yours linked you up with this opportunity that do you think so let me ask you, okay, so slow down, Bill, because I already went to no, the 9th question you got to lead up to. You help certain people learn to express themselves through art, painting.
Yeah.
So, A, how was it? Do you, and B, do you also find that it was therapeutic not just for them, but maybe for yourself?
Yeah. I'm still doing it, so I
Right.
still work with some people out in California. Wasn't really expecting you to ask me
Right.
about this,
All right.
but
That's
no,
why I did
it's-
the bullshit in the beginning, and then I fucking come right
Yeah.
in. Boom.
Good prep work.
Got him.
Good prep work. No, I mean, yeah, obviously it's very therapeutic.
Get right on that mic, bro.
I get a lot back from it. Just work with the people and just guiding them through the process.
Yeah.
And just allowing them to create and work on their own projects.
I mean, it's got to be different. Like, I guess I'll use the hockey analogy. Go full Uncle Dan. So, like, playing and coaching. So the artist aspect, like when you're in your medium, as compared to like now you're like trying to guide people in the process. So it's almost like you're taking on like a coaching role, so to speak. So
It's a little bit different because
I mean I know it's not apples to apples.
yeah. Well, in this process, you're like you're more hands off.
Right.
Like it's more about just letting them choose and pretty much putting out options for them, to choose from different mediums to paint and to be creative. And then once I'll help guide along and show them different things,
Yeah.
to help along with that. But
So explain for some of our mutant listeners, they don't necessarily know what different mediums mean. Like, elaborate for them.
So anything from painting to sculpture, clay, all different things. So
And then even different subdivisions in each of those mediums.
Yeah.
We'll say too.
There's really not a whole lot of like communication once we're creating. Like he's just creating, I'm working on something, so he doesn't feel like he's being analyzed so much,
Right.
and just kind of guiding him and showing him just fun stuff. Really,
Yeah.
just keeping it simple.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's obviously fulfilling for you.
Yeah,
That's good.
for sure.
Yeah, I think that kind of shit's important, not just for the person that you're helping, but I think also for us. I think it's also like it's like a give back kind of thing too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I think it helps us develop as like, jokingly I said as character development. That's not really for the show. That's like the character development for your life.
yeah.
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So I think I know that like I know when you said that a while back, I was like, maybe if I didn't say it to you then, I was like, fuck, all right.
Do you paint like Bob Ross painting type shit, or is it like?
Not so much. Pretty much, if I'm working with, let's just say a student, then I'll pretty much go off of them. Whatever their interests are. Say if like they like anime, I'll look up anime characters, and we'll sit down and we'll learn how to draw anime characters, paint anime characters, things like that.
Yeah. But so did you mean that, Jim, or did you mean what Rory specifically? What's his?
No, just I
Okay,
mean,
just-
just to see what he's actually painting. I just don't,
Okay.
I can't visualize like what he's actually painting. Like what is your career like?
Me, my stuff is abstract art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like throw paint and shit against the wall, or
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
oh, okay. Cool. Maybe we'll do that in here before we move out.
Spray and
There you
spray
go.
spray paint is your
Spray paint
your,
is my medium.
Oh, okay.
It's his number one. Yeah.
Do you ever see those guys who like they do the spray paint and shit, and they do the fucking thing upside down?
Yes.
And they flip it over, and it's like Elvis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matters fat.
fucking
It's
crazy.
unbelievable.
It
So
is.
matter fat. No. So when,
Funny story.
yeah, we. Oh, you have
No,
one.
no, you.
Oh yeah. So yeah. So when
My brother's wedding.
when we went to the Dominican for the wedding before I got arrested by Customs and Border, they had like at the resort one of the nights in the big, I don't know, clubhouse, discoteca, they were calling it, whatever the fuck it was. They had someone that was doing that, Jim, doing just that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like had a whole bunch of them. Elvis was definitely
It's
one.
always Elvis.
Bob
Yeah.
But the guy,
Marley.
yeah, and the guy kept going, "It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable."
Oh man, I was a little drunk. I don't know if I remember that part.
No, you fucking left, dude.
I know, because it was annoying. I knew what
You're like, this
pictures
is.
were gonna be.
I can't watch this,
Guy's
dude.
fucking bush league.
Yeah, dude, he did. He's like, I can't do this, dude.
I was
He's
like,
like, I
watch,
just
this is
can't.
gonna be
I'm
legal.
fucking out of here, dude.
It's like Billy watching me play hockey.
Yeah, I just no.
Bush league.
No, I'm like, I can't fucking. You're like, I'm fucking out of here. I can't do this. And
Yeah.
then, and that's the night that we left. We all left, and then we went back to when Eric had moved. That's the night that he got the room that was as big as everyone else's room combined.
That's right.
And then, but as we were, and it was the castle, and it was literally felt like a castle. Yeah, we'll get into the Quen in a minute. So as we're walking, it was fucking in the back. It was like me, Anna, and Allie. And Allie looks at me, and he says with his broken English, he said, "Billy, what? Why does it feel like we're going to a protest?" Because Jim, there was we were 2 or 3 wide and probably about 30 deep. Why does it feel like we're going to a protest?
You got that down pretty good.
And he said, he's like, "Billy, what?" He said, "Billy, what'd they say? Fuck, let's go, Brandon." Yeah, fuck Joe Biden. Oh, dude, I was fucking dying. Oh, I was fucking dying. Yeah, so the Queen died, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, 96 years old. The memes were on fire,
Oh
right?
man,
Fuck.
they're ripping.
Absolutely. Yeah.
God save the Queen.
We should have came out to the fucking to the Pistols. Yeah.
This lady at work was like, when it happened last week, right? Like Friday.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Did you hear?" I'm like, "Hear what?" "The Queen died." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "That doesn't upset you?" I'm like, "She was like 100.
Yeah.
She was going to fucking die."
Right.
It's not like she was 20 and got in a car accident.
Why the fuck would it bother me?
That's what I said. Why would it bother me?
Why would it bother you, old lady?
Right.
Crying about another old lady dying that you didn't know personally? Ever?
Never even came close to.
You probably never even been to fucking Britain.
No, probably not.
Right.
And I told her, honestly, I thought the Queen died a couple years ago.
Right. That's what that's what the internet said.
But that was the king.
It's CGI, dude. It's just she's not even real. They're just waiting for the right time.
Her husband died.
Yes.
King Philly. Philip.
Philippe.
Philippe.
Yeah. Prince Philip.
That was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, I think we memed him, right? Didn't we meme him?
Oh, yeah.
We memed him.
Yeah, I'm
we memed
sure.
the shit out of him pretty bad. Yeah.
We got him pretty good.
Yeah, real. Yeah. It was like him and DMX died like back to back.
I mean, it's a shame and all, but I mean, let's
Is
go.
it?
You know? I mean,
Is it?
Let's go, King. Let's see what the king can do
No
now.
one cares.
Long live the king, right?
All right, so let's stir up some. Maybe this might lead to something here. I don't know. We'll have some internet sleuths. But do you know how they say that Hollywood elites and the elites, the royal family, are blood-sucking vampires?
Yep.
And you know how sometimes they say in the Bible, like before the awakening, before the tribulation starts, right? Before everyone, before the Messiah comes back, there's going to be a supposed 1,000-year rule of the Antichrist.
Sure.
Well, what if I told you that the Queen died exactly 935 years after the first Norman ruler of England, William the Conqueror? So that's 935 years, right? So you figure Charles does maybe 15, 20, because maybe 15,
Maybe.
10.
Well, he's old, right?
So he's 73. So maybe 5, 10.
So wait, she was 96.
Yeah.
He's 73. So
Yeah.
she had him
At 30-ish, 20.
in the 20s. Yeah.
Late 20s.
Yeah.
Because that was after she was queen. But I think she ascended at 21. So 935. Charles does 10.
Was she nice looking back in the day?
Yeah, well, a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, she was all right. But Princess Margaret with the other one, that's the one everybody liked, though. But
Oh,
she was
right.
kind of like a little loose, you know what I'm saying? But so 935 plus another 10, you figure that 1,000-year run would be up probably by Prince William's grandson, right? Now, what if we go a little bit deeper and I told you that? You ever heard of Vlad the Impaler?
The porn star. That's the only one I've heard of.
Not him. The 15th century Romanian ruler. He used to.
Oh, yeah.
He's the bassist.
Black cotton.
That one. So he's Vlad the Impaler.
Okay.
Right? He's the bassist.
What a great fucking nickname.
He's the
right?
Right.
the bassist for
is
Dracula. Like for the actual for Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Right.
But this guy would kill people by the tens of thousands and impale them. So basically, it would take a fucking 9-foot tall fucking spike and then fucking literally spike it up your ass, and then it would
Ugh.
and it'd come out this way.
We
like
need
that.
more people like that.
And then he would line the fucking streets up so that way you knew when you were coming into town, like, yo, Vlad's around,
Yeah,
don't fuck
Fuck
around.
around.
She's a descendant of that guy also.
Oh man, she's evil.
Ah. Hmm.
So there might be some merit to that's where the bloodline, when that could be the 1,000-year rule. Who the fuck knows? I don't, but I'm sure some people will take this and go, oh my God, yeah, did you see what Bill said? Bill was saying that she really is a vampire.
You know what her last words were?
Catch me outside. How about that?
And the king goes like, "Oh my god, mama."
Yeah. Can you imagine though, dude? Like fucking everyone you were ever related to, or like you like. Like you're this fucking William the Conqueror guy back in 1066 or whatever, and you're like, you know what? I'm thinking about invading England, and then maybe I'll become king, and then for 1,000 fucking years, everyone that's been related to me, bro. They said that fucking currently 26% of the British population is a descendant of fucking William the Conqueror. 1,000 years later,
A lot of sex,
a lot of
right?
he married his cousin.
No. Oh, they all. That's why all their teeth are fucked
fucking
up.
right. The fucking
Come
Brits.
over to my house and fuck my sister.
That's the best part about being back in the studio. I can use my
Do that shit.
soundboard.
The
Yeah.
soundboard's back. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? I also think that for
Do
me.
you suck dicks?
See, but I need that kind of shit though, because like
I know.
it draws me back in. You
I
know what I
know.
mean? Like when I'm at the fucking house, I'm like, like the fucking looking at the fish tank and fucking, dude. I caught myself. I went back and looked, and I was like fucking biting my finger, and then
I
I'm
know.
like,
I noticed
saw
that one week.
and then I'm trying to, like, hide it, and then I looked and I'm like, yeah, you're just spitting your fucking. Come on, dude. What the fuck? You know how much shit you're gonna get if the fucking wife watches that and then sees it? Like, yeah, you fucking dirtball.
Yeah. Won't go over well.
So the art therapy.
Back to a serious topic.
No, one thing I did want to say, not necessarily about that, but I had pitched the idea if we are going to continue to probably do remote, have Roar reach out, or I'll just mention it on the show now. Not that anyone's going to fucking listen or fucking do it or whatever, but you never know.
Never know.
Because I just bought another art piece. I have an original. I have an original Roar, but I bought another one from my niece, Morsa side, and I thought about maybe doing like a featured artist of the month or whatever, hang their fucking work behind us as a backdrop or whatever, and then shout them out, help sell their work or promote them, and then
There you go.
you know, whatever, give back to the
Yeah, that'd be cool.
you know, to the art community, whatever, help out. I believe we're going. Wait, I don't remember. I know, but we bought tickets. I forget who we're going to see though. Some French guy. Some French impressionist.
I thought you already did
No,
that.
we did that. No, we're doing another one.
Oh.
But in
thought maybe you
in
forgot.
Philly. Oh fuck, I forget. I don't know. Morris looked it up and was like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." I said, "Roar, probably. I think Roar's home too." And then I asked you, and then and that's when
I forget.
and that's when a post impressionist or something, and I was like,
I forgot all about.
and then you two were like fucking making fun of him, like, "Yeah, but what the fuck is he post impressions of?" Like, and you were like, "You don't even."
Monet? Who did you say?
No, not Monet. No. I don't know. I don't remember.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so we're going to
Have a
do,
good time.
yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, well, they said that too when I went to the Basquiat. They were like,
When is that?
I don't know, a couple weeks. A couple weeks. Go to Pearl Jam tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a fucking
Where are
snooze
they at?
fest.
A what? Snooze Fest?
Snooze fest. I fell asleep once at Pearl Jam.
Did you?
Yeah.
How?
Because it was fucking boring.
Yeah.
We're at the fucking whatever it's called now,
Oh,
the FM Center.
the Freedom Fuck.
Yeah, the
Fuck
Freedom
Me
Fuck
Mortgage.
Me.
I fell asleep at a Chili Peppers once.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Pearl Jam. I mean, it was just like, fucking Eddie Vedder's so monotone. It's
Yeah.
when he was like really like, didn't want to sing and like, just like, let me go the fuck home.
The wife is not going to be happy with you, Jim. She is not.
Big
gonna
Pearl Jam fan.
Yeah.
Big
She's,
Eddie guy.
yeah, she's huge.
Yeah.
Huge Pearl
Eddie,
Jam.
right? Eddie really fucking irritates me.
He's a little bit more clear than he used to be, though. Like, well, maybe I don't know, because sometimes when he's fired the fuck up, like Pinot Noir is fucking flowing. He can. I mean, there's been times I've seen him when he forgets the fucking words and shit.
He did an interview on Stern, and he sounded kind of normal.
Yeah.
So like, that was pretty good. But like, I just can't stand him.
Yeah. Like his politics or just him?
No,
Just him.
I just can't. I don't like Pearl Jam. I'm just not
Yeah.
a Pearl Jam fan.
You're a Chris Cornell guy.
I'm more of a Cornell guy. Yeah.
Now, who would have thought that Eddie's the only one left of the
I
four,
know.
of the like the four big grunge bands, like the Nirvana,
Alice in Chains.
and fucking
Yeah.
Soundgarden.
Yeah, he's the only one that
He's the only one.
seems that had never got into the bad stuff.
Right.
I mean, what do we know? But
That's
he
true.
never went to rehab that I know of,
No.
that I heard of. But
Mike McCready did
yeah,
for alcohol. That's when they like in the '90s. That's when him and Lane were at the same rehab in Minnesota, I
Mhm.
believe, or just outside of Minnesota. And then they did the super group with what's his face, Barrett from the Screaming Trees, and fucking
yeah.
Mark Lonegren from fuck, I can't remember the other, but one of the other Seattle bands. And they did the super group. They did Mad Season. They only did the one album. Why I have way too much stupid music now.
Yeah, that's way above my like. I don't.
But
I really feel like either I'm really old or really out of touch because of the rapper that just died.
oh yeah, so yeah,
I never heard of the guy.
right.
Like I came in tonight and the guys before you guys
Yeah.
they put a huge tribute show on, and I'm like, all right, they're gonna send me music. I'll remember it if I never.
Yeah.
I'm like,
None of them. Yeah.
I wouldn't know him from fucking.
Yeah, so
Guy next
Jim's
door.
referring to P&B Rock. He got shot and killed at a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles yesterday in Los Angeles. I saw the it was like the aftermath. It's like the adage
video.
that you don't actually ever see the accident, you see after it.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck? Why? Mikey sent it to me. Mikey's favorite, just
Okay.
Mikey, who we just saw, his favorite. That's one of his guys. I didn't add. Like I just said, "Yo, did you you heard?" He's like, "Yeah, boom." He had already had. I'm like, "Fuck, I don't want to see this."
Yeah.
Is it worse than the Anne Heche getting up out of the
No, it's
gurney?
yeah, no,
'Cause
no.
that's
It was
fucking creepy as shit.
no. That was Gary Busey. So no, that was Gary Busey. Now it's just like all the shit, and then I fucking text the group text, our group text with our
of course
cousins,
he sends it
and
to
of
us.
course Ohio's like, send the link, dude. So I send the link, and then after the fact, he dies, and I'm like, now you
Oh.
got me sharing murder videos, dude.
I could tell already that
You
he
saw
wasn't
it.
gonna
Look,
make it.
you saw it. Like,
I haven't seen it.
no, what I mean is,
It's bad. He was just like bleeding out.
he was laying face down, and when they roll him over, look, I don't know if anyone's ever seen a dead body.
Well, his leg was still moving. He
That's
moves
his
his
nerves.
leg.
That's his nerves.
Yeah,
It's the eyes. When they roll him over, it's the look.
yeah.
No life.
The soul has left the body, and that's just the nerve endings. Fucking,
Yeah, it's a shame. Like,
and it's
like nobody was putting any like pressure on the wound or trying to do anything.
No, everyone's
That's why I was
filming.
just like, oh.
Everybody's too busy
And people
fucking
just
filming.
seemed calm in the video, almost like, oh, okay.
I mean,
Where was this at? L.A.
yeah. So it's like, I mean, I guess it's hard in that situation. It's got to be extremely hard in that situation because no one knows what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Everyone can, speculate. I would have, or if blah,
I
blah,
could
blah.
have.
And
yeah.
then in the crisis situation, you see the people fold all the time. And they're like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Shut the fuck up. That's what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
shut the fuck up and let me think.
Yeah.
I've dealt with a couple crisis situations. You know what I mean?
You are
All
a
right,
crisis
I am a crisis. I'm a walking one. That's how I know how to deal with it. Shut the fuck up. We're gonna get through it. That's how.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, yo, dude, you're just fucking getting waffles, and then fucking somebody comes in and gets shot, dude. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's
LA's wild, man. You can't do.
Jim doesn't know. And he's a local guy.
Yeah. that's-
Everyone said, everyone that I've talked to that's worked with them or fucking, they said, you know what I mean? Fucking Cole's dude, nice guy, fucking nicest guy. And it just sucks, like, why? like why? That's where we're at in our society. Like you gonna like.
Yeah.
Like the dudes when they killed Pop Smoke, they robbed him for all his fucking.
Like, what are you getting?
They
Like,
could,
how much money do you think you're getting off of him, or in this robbery?
to my point, yeah, they fucking when
just-
they robbed Pop Smoke, they got him. I think it was something like $50,000 to $100,000 worth of jewelry. They got $2
Yeah.
grand.
Then what are you gonna do? Yeah,
You got $2
exactly.
grand.
Yeah, on the streets.
That's
or
a good
how are you
night
gonna
of
get
smoking
rid
crack.
Yeah, like what?
It's a,
All for that.
It's a real good.
Did they
probably a
catch the people who shot this cat or no?
I don't know. Not
I
to
don't
my
think
knowledge
so.
yet. Not
Not
as
yet.
of yet.
They
But-
said what they had a guy came in the front and used like a side door and then get away. And I think the girlfriend
Had posted the location on Insta or whatever.
So then they knew where he was and they
That's-
just fucking
yeah.
they capped his ass.
Or
Is that what they say now?
yeah, or cat. Yeah.
Put a cap in his ass.
I don't. She also let us know. They I think. I mean, it could have been that, or how the fuck do you know that somebody at the Roscoe's didn't fucking?
that too. Yeah,
I mean, that's you know what I mean. That's a possibility.
and he sure picked one. Like
Well,
to
it's a
be at.
terrible one, right?
Yeah,
That's what they said. No,
like,
but
yeah. Like you don't want to.
you don't want to be there.
No. Like, go to the one by Hollywood.
Yeah.
Go to that one.
That's what the guys before you guys were saying. That
And
he
you-
was in LA before, and he's like, it's fucking. You don't want to be in LA at night, like
Yeah.
around there, I guess.
Right.
No. Well, for rappers, no.
Well, I don't know who the fuck
mean,
you're
there's
kidding,
a-
bro.
Yeah. There's a lot of homeless. There's a lot of. It's wild.
Here you go. Sunday morning, right? Fucking this
yeah.
dude calls, right? And I'm like, man, it's kind of early. Like early LA still, right? And I'm like, well, what the fuck's he doing?
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, dude, you ain't gonna believe this. I just walked right through an active shooter situation. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yup.
I'll let you explain because you were there.
So I'm walking through, and I got my headphones on. I'm taking a nice little meditation walk. Here we go. And there's like a farmer's market right down the street. So this typical walk, I get to the farmer's market, and then I finally look up, and I'm getting yelled at by a cop. I'm like, well, what the fuck's going on? Take my earbuds out, and he's like, oh, well, this is an active shooting situation, and you just walked right by the scene. And I'm like, oh, well, gee, thanks, moron. Why don't we stand over there and don't let people walk by this area?
Why don't you do your fucking
How
job,
about we
cop?
do that? And then I
Yeah.
like lost it because then I realized the situation. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Then I start snapping out on LAPD, and they're like, all right, go over here, sir. Like, you go over there. Go down the street. Block the scene off.
You know who the fuck I am?
Yes.
I paint fucking pictures for NASA, dude.
Some meth head's like literally shooting out of the window. He had like a long night,
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, and then
like,
some dude
ah,
is shooting
great.
meth, and he's walking
Yeah.
by, and they didn't say anything
Yeah.
to him. And I'm like,
Some meth head is all, yeah.
oh, so he
He's just shooting out the window.
could have been ex-military. Oh, he's shooting at shadow
The
people.
shadow people came. Scary.
You never know.
I know a friend of mine that was in the service. Did a couple of tours over in the sandbox.
Thanks for your service,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
and when he came home, he was like living out. He was in California and started riding the ice pony, meth, and fucking just got the fucking automatic weapon. And he's fucking running down the street. And he's trying to fucking get into people's houses. He's like, they're coming, and then fucking basically, it was a home invasion. Not basically, it was a home. It was a home invasion. He invaded someone's house with an automatic weapon, and it's like, fuck, dude. So I think that was a little bit of both, like because you probably some unresolved PTSD.
Sure.
I don't know if there was some stuff prior to going into the service, whatever. So I won't speculate on that, but I don't think that helped. Plus with meth.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what your active shooter situation or your active shooter was. But he was probably pissed off at you, though. God damn it.
Fucking dude just walked right through.
They're all paying attention to him now. Right? You're yelling
I
at the
went
cops.
off.
You're yelling at the cops. They're all looking at you, and the active shooter's like, "Well, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Back to me. Back to me.
Yeah, I can't even do this right."
It was just crazy. I couldn't believe he was like yelling at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Well, thank you, sir. You have no control over this situation. Like, you had one job: work the fucking, what do they call it? The fucking barricade or whatever, the little wooden joint.
Yeah.
You fucked that up.
Like, what, dude?
Yeah, that's crazy. So you walk through an active shooter situation.
I'm like, now let me walk back.
Right.
Now I'm just gonna walk back just to piss you off.
Yeah, and you're like,
I
then
wouldn't
you're like,
do
yeah, I was on a meditation walk and all that, and I got the fucking app, and I'm like, your fucking app lied, dude.
Yeah, dude. Walk me right into a fucking active shooting scene.
That's fucking insane. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, walked you right into it.
What?
How does that even happen?
Jesus. Now look up.
Yeah. Could you imagine? No, I did it.
I was there.
No, that's fucking nuts, dude. So are you has the nostalgia of being home, like back East Coast, fucking worn off yet, or not quite?
Not
Almost.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just getting settled.
Yeah. Probably a little different, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a completely.
It seems a lot cleaner.
Really?
Yeah. I've been in Los Angeles, so
It's a shithole out there, huh?
it's terrible.
It's one place I
It's
have no desire to go. Like people, I'd love to go to Hollywood. I'm like, I think it's like nice, like a 2 square mile radius is nice and safe.
Yeah, it's really spotty.
And then outside of that, you're fucking in.
No, even in Hollywood, like the homeless, they're everywhere. So they'll go nuts. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I think we've talked about. I don't know if it was your episode, or maybe it was, but like the misconception for people, like they're like, yeah, Skid Row, and it's like, yeah, it's a fucking. They have no idea. It's like a 70 fucking block fucking
yeah,
entire section of the city.
yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Well, now it's just overrun every
Everywhere.
neighborhood. Yeah, like people, like they'll just start lighting apartment buildings on fire.
Really?
Just be outside. Yeah, because they have nothing to do, and they're just like high or whatever. But yeah, they just start lighting shit on fire. Oh, it's remarkable. They'll dig up the electric out of the city, out of the street. Dig through the concrete, and they'll put their tents over it. Live wires from the streets, from the street lights. I'm like, what the?
You know what I never did with my life? That's what they're thinking. You know what I never done? Arson. Like,
Yeah.
let's set this
Let's
fucking.
add, yeah.
Yeah, no,
set
me
this
neither.
Set this bando on fire,
man.
dude.
You know?
Why?
It's fucking crazy. I know Philly's really bad too. Like you wouldn't catch me around Philly for anything right now. No desire to go over there, even to go to a fucking sports game. I mean, it's like
It didn't seem that bad to me. I don't know.
Oh,
I've been
I mean, I went to the
riding a bike around all the city.
Yeah, and I went to Tenacious D the other night at the Man. Never seen them. Never been to the Man or seen
a
Tenacious
nice
D for that matter.
venue.
It is actually. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Parking was free. So let me tell you this: former couple-time guest of the show, Shark, that fucking weasel. He buys tickets. So it was
ticket
me,
guy, huh?
ticket guy, me, him, and his brother. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll drive, you know what I mean? And then me and your brother will split parking or whatever. And then I'll buy a beer or something, whatever. And he's like, all right, that works. And we get there, and parking was free. And I said, yo. So they had, the opener was what the fuck, DJ Doug Pyle or Doogie Pyle, I don't know. He was, I think he used to wrote for the Eric, like for Eric Andre or whatever.
Okay.
He was okay. He had some pretty good shit. And then they came out, Tenacious D did a lot of their hits, did a lot of stuff from Pick of Destiny, a couple of covers. They did a Tin Lizzy cover, Jailbreak. Phenomenal.
Thin Lizzy?
Yeah. Tin
You
Lizzy.
said tin.
Yeah, Tin Lizzy. Tin Lizzy,
That's
Tin Lizzy.
South Jersey
Yeah.
accent.
So,
Tin
that's
Jersey.
actually that's it was a play on words. That's why they
Oh,
put the TH in,
wasn't.
because it was from a comic book. That's how they got the name, or a comic strip.
Man,
See,
you got
there's that
so
more
much-
music knowledge.
Here we go.
So much useless knowledge. Useful.
I read that useless full. I read that one one of the summers I was at the adult all male summer camp. So they fucking one of the songs they called is metal, right? So they're in there and they're fucking and they jam. They put on a good show, you know what I mean? And Jack Black's fucking charismatic and works the stage and all that shit. And they got this the song's called Metal, and then they got this fucking robot, right, that comes out and it fucking and it looks like the head looks like a bull, right? So we're leaving, right? The show's, you know, we pulled a Mark Maron. Let's get out of here fucking 15 minutes before so we beat the fucking traffic, right? And we're leaving and Shark's like, yeah, man, I think it was the coolest. I said, I think you're about to tell me what. He's like, when they brought that Matador out, and I said, Matador? He's like, yeah, fucking the Matador. I said, that was a fucking metal bull. The song's called Metal. It was a bull, dude. A Matador is the guy that
the guy,
is the guy that swings the fucking red thing. That wasn't a.
Yeah.
Oh man. And I said, oh man. And I screamed, yo, Matt, to Shark's brother. I said, remind me to bring up the Matador on the pod. The fucking Matador. But I mean, yeah, no, the man was. I would definitely go back and definitely go see another
I saw
show
the
there.
Blue Man Group there once.
Really?
I was trying to get laid, yeah.
I was gonna say.
You knew it was coming,
I
right?
was gonna say,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, you knew it was
Why
coming.
the hell did
Yeah.
you ever go see the Blue
Hey,
Man
he
Group?
took his-
He took his wife.
No, it was long before the wife.
Oh.
Long before.
No, you were really trying.
It was my really trying, dude. She's like,
Holy-
I'd really like to see the Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And I went to fucking hang myself halfway through. I'm like, can I at least get like a hand job in the car?
And or not even before we leave.
Yeah, there's nobody there. I mean,
I need a hand job at least for me to consider giving you a ride home.
it was fucking brutal.
That's terrible.
I don't even think I got laid.
That's even worse.
I don't remember it.
Yeah. You're probably so pissed off at that point, right? You're like, I can't. Was this
Blue Man Group.
really worth it
I had to pay $2 for the tolls. It was $2 back then.
back then? Yeah. Fuck.
$2 for tolls, and the gas,
Fucking
the parking.
Blue Man Group.
Probably $40, $50 for tickets. Fucking Blue Man Group.
You ever
No.
a show like that, or like or a fucking event or something, and you're like, oh my god, I'm instantly regretting this, dude.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at picking shows.
Or maybe not even a show. You're like, or a fucking.
I did. Pro Jam.
Yeah, and that's two. Jim did Blue Man and Pearl Jam. Now,
I'm trying to think. No.
That's a good question.
or here's one. So everyone always goes, "What's your top 5 concerts? What's your fucking bottom 5?"
Oh.
See, because that's the hard one, right?
Yeah,
I usually
that's a
don't
tough
stay
one.
long enough.
Usually don't. Yeah, you're like, all
If
right, fuck
it's
this.
that bad,
If
I
it's that
leave.
bad,
I'd have to think about that.
Yeah.
Did I ever walk out on a concert?
yeah, I know I did. Oh, okay. Now that I think about it, yes, one of the MMR things.
Yeah.
It was like one of the MMRBQs.
Yeah.
And I think it was for Alice in Chains. No. Might have been ST. Was it or Velvet Revolver? Maybe. I don't fucking remember. It didn't matter because I didn't fucking stay. Because we got there late, and it was like a Saturday or a Sunday event. So it was like gates open early, so people are there all fucking
Right, yeah.
day, and they're fucking.
Yeah, they got kegs in their trucks.
Truck, you know what I mean? A fucking the pool. They're filling up the pools in the
Yeah.
back of the truck. You know what I mean? Like, and you're like, what the fuck? So you get in there, and there's fucking. Mars said she went to go use the bathroom, and then there was no fucking toilet paper in the women's room. So she waited in a real long ass line, only to find out there was no toilet paper, and then was like, came back out, gave her napkins, she went back in or whatever. And then when we go back up to like to the lawn, that's when we saw it. A grown man shitting, defecating on the lawn.
Oh. Okay.
And it's a fucking, dude, I mean a sea of people. Like the fucking lawn is just filled.
Packed.
There's packed. And this motherfucker, you get, you walk up it's the Camden Outdoor fucking John, and you walk up this, you walk all the way up them steps, right?
Yeah.
And then you go out and it just starts to open up into the sea of people.
Right.
And then, sometimes there's a couple of people there with a blanket, so there might be a little space or whatever.
Right.
So in that very small space is a man shitting. Shitting, dude.
Fantastic.
Just fucking squatsies, dude. Yeah, fucking squanto. Right there. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? And everyone looks and they're like
the
looking at
amount
me.
of
I'm
I
like,
don't
yo,
give
you
a shit.
stop. Don't look at me. I'm talking about that guy. Y'all are just sitting around letting that man shit. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Well, Bill, what are they gonna do at that point?
Right? Yeah, I guess you're right. Same.
I mean, you got to ask him how he's going to wipe. Sir, how do you plan on wiping? Not like, can you stop?
Yeah.
You're like, everyone, wait! Get
Yeah.
that man some toilet paper.
What the fuck, bro? I was like, yo. I'm like, yo, Mars, it's time.
It's time.
We're out of here.
Yeah,
I've
after
seen
you've
about
seen
enough. I shouldn't have to go. You shouldn't have to see a grown man
She's saying that about you.
shitting on a lawn. That's probably what they said about me shitting. Somebody had said, "You ever shit yourself?" And I was like, "You ever listen to my show?" Of
course.
I'm like,
Who
yeah.
hasn't?
I'm like, "You ever shit yourself on rollerblades?" And they're like, "All right, you win." I'm like, "Yeah, well." While
That's what you got to do.
while smoking rock cocaine. But anyway,
We saw a guy in Vegas once
yeah,
get off the rock cocaine
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
At a urinal.
Shit in the urinal?
No.
Oh.
Pissing at a urinal, but his pants down to his ankles.
Yeah,
And underwear, too.
yeah.
I'm like, his
Underwear's-
ass just out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, maybe he's fucking mentally challenged.
I saw it at.
But no, he wasn't. He was just a fucking weirdo.
I saw it. I don't remember if it was a fucking concert or a fucking Eagles game or whatever. And fucking men's room, fucking long line, right? And you fucking hear, I don't give a fuck. And it's a chick. So she just came in, right? And she just fucking pulls him down, and everyone thinks she's gonna piss in the fucking in the sink.
Right? No.
Nope. She fucking started shitting.
Oh,
She,
God.
I can't.
I
can't. And she's fucking like propped up, like holding herself on the side of the fucking. And she's like, and she's just shitting. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Wow. Classy.
So that was awesome.
I know. I thought about it after I said it.
Okay.
Grown man shitting on a lawn, not cool. Woman shitting in a sink in a man's bathroom.
You've seen a lot of defecation.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a problem with murder videos, but defecation, yeah, no problem, I guess. What the fuck? Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
That's fucking nuts.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. So what freaks you out more, if you saw that or the dude with the draws all the
Oh
way
no,
down?
shitting definitely.
Definitely.
I mean, the guy with his pants down is just like, why?
Yeah.
But you see somebody actually shitting, like that's a
Honestly, that's
game
a normal
changer.
day in LA for me. You walk outside.
Yeah, and they're
door.
shitting everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. You know what used to piss me off? Like when fucking, like if you're in a fucking, like at a bar and there's fucking multiple urinals, or at the fucking, at a concert or a concert venue or a stadium, and it's not intermission or whatever, and everyone is watching the show, and you have the prostate of a 70-year-old man, and you go in and the whole fucking bathroom's open, and then someone comes up right next to you.
Never fails.
You know what I used to do when I was younger? I'd just fucking start pissing on your leg. And then when I come out, they're clearly pissed off. And then I walk up to my like, yo, this guy is so pissed off, dude. He's definitely going to want to fight. And they're like, why? I'm like, I don't know. He came into the bathroom with a fucking big problem. And then the guy would come out, what the fuck, man? And they're like, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, dude, you pissed on him. And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, the fucking whole
It's right next to me.
whole bathroom was open, and he fucking came up right. But yeah, no, shit like that would, yeah. Like, that's not even necessary, right? Like, there's etiquette. Like, if you should at least do.
So he didn't show etiquette, so
So I pissed on
So
him.
you pissed on him.
Yeah.
Tit for tat.
fantastic.
Remember the old dice clay? You said, you're at the movies and the guy puts his arm on your armrest, or if he touches you, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna come." That's how you get rid. That's how you
That's
get
a
rid
good
of
that
him.
guy.
Yeah.
Hey, stud.
Oh my.
Did you see that Dark Side of Comedy, John?
No.
Vice has a series. It's sort of like in the stylage of the Dark Side of the Ring, the wrestling, John, that they
Yeah.
did. But they did one Dice. They did one on Dice.
Oh, nice.
Like
Yeah, I'll
the
have to watch it, yeah.
meteoric fucking rise and the first fucking comedian to do fucking multiple nights at Madison Square Garden.
Sell it out, yeah.
Or sell out Madison Square Garden. And then, Hollywood turns on you.
Dude, he was so fucking funny. We drove to Toronto once, and it's a good 8-hour drive, and all we listened to were fucking Dice concerts, like 5 of them, because they're about an hour and a half each. Holy shit. Like,
Just piss yourself.
so funny. So fucking funny.
I know why that. I tend to think I know why I'm the way I am. Because my parents
Do explain.
Because my parents allowed me to listen to comedians like Dice, Carlin and the Pryors and the fucking Lenny Bruces and all of that probably too early. But fuck it. Maybe not.
See, Dice is great because he made fun of everybody. Not just women, not just whites, blacks, even handicapped, dude. He was fucking going. You ever see these fucking guys at their fucking walkers?
Yeah.
And they're trying to get on the fucking bus, and they're fucking and you're like, get the fuck off the bus, motherfucker! So fucking funny.
And the best part is he's a Jew.
Right.
Which I think sometimes that allows. I think they're allowed to get
Gives you a little leeway.
They get a little bit more leeway.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
I
see
think
that.
that's safe to say, right? At least in the biz, they do, or they are allowed to bend the rules a little bit more. So I think that helps, but I think that in his case, that I don't think that was going to help him sell. So that's where the shtick with the jacket and the super Long Island accent. But I mean, it worked for him.
I love when he starts a show. He's like, so I fucking this chick in the bank.
Yeah. You're too young for that, Roar.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Oh my God.
You don't know nothing about the Dice Man.
Nope.
You got to listen to 42 Long.
Yeah.
The fucking best.
So then he gets this meteoric rise or whatever, right? And then basically what ends up happening is like, he was going to do SNL. He was going to host SNL, and then one of the cast members was like, yo, she was like super feminist, and she's like, I don't really appreciate it. I don't think he should, you know what I mean? And Sinead O'Connor, I think, was like the musical guest, and she was like, they're like, nah, we're going to protest or whatever. And also, the cast member, her contract was up. She only had one episode left, so it didn't really matter.
Right.
Necessarily. So then what they did was Dice came on, and then they did like SNL does. They went at the cast member in the fucking show. And it didn't necessarily go all that great for Dice, but Dice had already entered into contracts with one of the film studios, and he was on a three movie deal. So now all this shit, they're starting to come, they're starting to fucking fight back. They're like, we don't know if we really want him. They're like, well, it doesn't matter. You got a fucking 3 movie deal. So he had to he's contractually
Was
obligated.
that when he did like Ford Fairlane?
Fairlane
Yeah.
and whatever the other 2 were. I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, he did well for a long
I mean,
time.
and then he came back, it came back years later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
He did that show. Was it on Showtime?
Showtime.
I couldn't get into it. It wasn't
Yeah.
that funny.
Yeah, and then he said he'd done a couple other acting gigs too.
I really wanted it to be funny too. I'm like, I really hope this is funny, and it just wasn't. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I'm still on the. I got like 20, maybe less than 20 episodes left of the Vikings. Thank God I'll be over that. You know,
Yeah, I
move
can't
on to
watch it.
Move on to something else. I'm fucking way down the rabbit hole.
I'm not in anything right now. I gotta catch up on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, then I get into the rabbit hole, and then I have to look up all the fucking people too, and then where they fall. Is it real? And then it's like, oh Jesus Christ, dude! And it's like,
It's not even a show anymore.
it's not even a show. It's like, what are you doing?
Fucking history report.
Yeah, like I'm I'm writing, doing PowerPoints in my head for who? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I hear you.
It's not like I'm gonna bring it up on the show. Nobody gives a fuck.
No,
Nobody cares about fucking Viking history, fuckface.
no.
Cool boat. You know what I mean? Nobody fucking.
Great boat.
Yeah, great boat, bro. All right, wrap us the fuck up, Jim. We're good, right?
Yeah, if you're ready.
Yeah, man, we're out.
What we're
there,
gonna go out with? You want to go out with some PNB? What was the guy's name?
P&B Rock.
PNB Rock. Peanut butter and jelly rock.
Yeah, it's fucking, bro. That's a whole like. How many? I saw the list of like all the people like
What, that he's worked with?
no rappers.
Oh, yeah.
Rappers that have died like recently just from shit like this. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Too long. Like, when did fucking being a like hip hop or fucking rapper or whatever become like one of the most dangerous jobs on the fucking planet? By the way, I heard a guy do a joke the other day. Fucking, he said something about you know, it's a tough job right now being a cop. He said, you know, in some cases, cops only make a little bit, what did it say? A little bit less than a teacher. He said, can you imagine that? Risking your life, almost getting shot every day, only to make a little bit more than a cop. I went, oh my God, dude. I went, oh, that was fucking gold. And he said, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is called the switcheroo. That's what we do in the business. I said, oh, that was yeah, that was good. That was pretty good. Yeah, we'll be back next week. I don't know if we're in the studio. Don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, we'll be back.
Peace.
Peace.